Imagine you are driving home from work. The traffic light turns red. You stop. A police officer pulls up behind you. Nothing unusual, right? But then he asks for your license, runs your name, and suddenly you are in handcuffs. Not because you broke any traffic law, but because of something you did not even know was illegal. And now your visa is at risk. Your green card application delayed, maybe even denied. This is happening right now to immigrants across America, and most people have no idea why. If you think this sounds extreme, let me tell you something. As of January 25th, 2026, ICE is holding over 70,000 people in detention, the highest number in history. And here's the shocker. Over 74% of them have no criminal record. Many were picked up for simple minor traffic violations. Not for speeding, not for running a red light, but for violating new state driving laws that immigration officers are now using to build cases against people. And the worst part? Most of these people had no clue these laws even existed. Here is what is happening. Starting this year, multiple states rolled out new driving regulations. Some of these laws sound harmless, maybe even boring. But when you are an immigrant, especially someone on a visa or waiting for a green card, these small violations can trigger a chain reaction. Local police share data with immigration enforcement. A simple traffic stop becomes a record. That record shows up in your immigration file, and suddenly the officer reviewing your green card application sees a pattern. They see someone who might not be following the rules, and that is enough to create doubt. Doubt leads to delays. Delays lead to denials or worse removal proceedings. So what are these new laws and why are they targeting immigrants? Let me break it down for you. Because this is not just about driving anymore, this is about protecting your future in this country. First, let me talk about the Texas registration trap. As of late 2025, Texas passed a strict law requiring a real ID-compliant photo ID or a valid passport with a DHS admission stamp just to register or renew your vehicle. This has effectively shut out thousands of undocumented residents from legally owning a car. If you are driving with an expired registration because you couldn't meet these new ID rules, you are a target. The officer will pull you over, ask for your documents, and any interaction with law enforcement gets recorded even if you are not arrested. That interaction is now part of your record, and immigration officers love records. Second, there is a new rule about uninsured drivers. States like Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina have tightened their enforcement. If you are caught driving without insurance, your car can be impounded on the spot. Your license can be suspended. And here is the immigration angle. When you apply for a green card or renew your visa, USCIS looks at your entire record. They want to see if you are a responsible person. If you have a suspended license or a record of driving without insurance, they see that as a sign that you do not follow the rules. And if you do not follow simple traffic rules, why should they trust you to follow immigration rules? This is how they think, and this is why people are getting denied. Third, the crackdown on distracted driving just got serious. States like New York, Illinois, and Washington now have automatic cameras that catch you if you are using your phone while driving. You might not even know you got a ticket until it shows up in the mail. And if you ignore it, that ticket becomes a warrant. A warrant becomes a record, and that record shows up when you cross the border, when you apply for a work permit, when you go for your green card interview. I have seen cases where people were denied re-entry into the United States because of unpaid traffic tickets. Do not let this be you. Fourth, let me talk about rule number 4, the English on law. This is the big one. As of February 6, 2026, Florida has banned all foreign language drivers' license exams. No more Spanish, no more Hindi, no more Urdu. If you cannot pass the test in English, you do not get a license. And don't think it stops at the DMV. Officers on the road are now using English proficiency as a reason to suspect your legal status. If you struggle to communicate during a stop, they may call ICE to verify your documents immediately. Also, look at Utah. The DUI limit there is 0.05%. That's basically one drink. If you are caught, it's not just a ticket, it is a crime. For immigrants, a DUI can be classified as a crime involving moral turpitude. That phrase might sound fancy, but it is deadly serious. It can make you deportable. It can destroy your green card application. Fifth, There are new laws about child safety seats. States like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Ohio now have stricter rules about how children must be secured in vehicles. If you are caught with a child not properly restrained, you can be fined. You can be required to take a parenting class. And yes, this goes on your record too. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does a child safety seat affect my immigration case? Let me explain. USCIS looks at your character. They look for good moral character. If you have multiple violations, even for child seats, they build a profile that says you are a danger to the community. Especially if you are applying for citizenship, this pattern of breaking the law can get your application denied. Sixth, some states now require all drivers to carry proof of residency in the vehicle. This is different from just having a license. They want to see a utility bill, a lease agreement, something that proves you actually live where you say you live. If you cannot provide this during a traffic stop, the officer can detain you while they verify your information. And if you are on a visa, any detention is a red flag. It does not matter if you are released later. The fact that you were detained gets recorded and that record follows you. Seventh, there is a new push to enforce laws against driving with foreign licenses beyond the allowed period. Most states give you 30 to 90 days to get a local license after you move there. But many immigrants do not know this. They keep using their home country license for months, sometimes years, and now, hey, police are cracking down. If you are caught driving with an expired foreign license, your car can be impounded. You can be charged with driving without a valid license. And again, this creates a record that immigration will see. Eighth, several states have introduced new penalties for hit-and-run incidents, even minor ones. In 2026, a small bump in a parking lot that you walk away from is no longer just a fine. In many states, it has been upgraded to a misdemeanor crime. A misdemeanor is a permanent mark on your criminal record. When USCIS asks, "Have you ever been arrested or convicted?" and you say, "No, but this record shows up," they will charge you with fraud. Fraud means automatic deportation. Ninth, there are new laws about street racing and reckless driving. States like Nevada, Colorado, and Oregon are treating street racing as a serious crime now. If you are caught, you can face jail time. Your license can be suspended for years and your car can be seized. For immigrants, this is catastrophic because a reckless driving charge can be considered a crime of violence in some cases. And crimes of violence can make you deportable, even if no one was hurt, even if it was just you and your friends messing around. Do not take the risk. 10th, and this one is shocking, some states are now using traffic stops as opportunities to verify immigration status. This is not official policy everywhere, but it is happening. If you are pulled over and the officer has reason to believe you might be undocumented, they can call immigration enforcement. And even if you are here legally, even if you have a visa, the stress and the delay can cause problems. You might miss work. You might miss a USCIS appointment. And missing a USCIS appointment can lead to your case being abandoned. Now let me address what social media is getting wrong about all of this. I have seen videos claiming that immigrants are being arrested just for driving. That is not true. What is true is that immigrants are being arrested during traffic stops because of other violations, expired visas, overstays, outstanding warrants. The traffic stop is just the trigger. It is the moment when everything comes to light. So do not believe the clickbait, but also do not ignore the real danger because the danger is real. So what do? How do you protect yourself? Let me give you the action plan. First, make sure your car registration is up to date. Check it today, not tomorrow. Today. Second, get car insurance if you do not have it, and make sure it is valid in your state. Third, never use your phone while driving ever, even at a red light. Fourth, if you drink, do not drive. Use Uber. Use Lyft, walk, just do not get behind the wheel. Fifth, if you have children, make sure they are in proper car seats. Follow the law exactly. Sixth, carry proof of residency in your car, a utility bill, a lease, something recent. Seventh, if you move to a new state, get a local driver's license within the allowed time. Do not delay. Eighth, if you are in any kind of accident, do not leave the scene ever, even if it is just a scratch. Ninth, do not race. Do not drive recklessly. Do not do anything that could be seen as dangerous. And 10th, if you are pulled over, be polite, be calm. Provide your documents. Do not argue. Do not run. Just cooperate. I am Timothy from US Updates Hub, and I am here to keep your American dreams safe. These new driving laws are not a joke. They are being used to catch people off guard, and immigrants are paying the price. But now you know. Now you are prepared, and that puts you ahead of thousands of people who will learn this the hard way. If this video helped you, do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel because I post updates like this every single week. Updates that can save your visa. Updates that can protect your green card. Updates that can keep your family together. Do not let a simple traffic stop ruin everything you have worked for. Stay informed, stay safe, and I will see you in the next